What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fam, 49er gang? It's your boy Dion here, back with another report. So as always, definitely please hit the like button, definitely hit that subscribe button. Definitely turn on the notification bell so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. Man, has it been a whirlwind of an off season. So things have been going, a little bit crazy, at home here, man. When it comes to the Niner Kingdom and what we've been doing in free agency, I thought we weren't going to necessarily be too active. And we necessarily haven't been as far as actual free agents outside of our own home. But we have been active in house. And it starts with so much more. So the biggest off-season thing we were waiting on was the CBA to be finalized. And it has been finalized. If you don't know about the CBA and what it entails, definitely go ahead and check out the old videos. I've got plenty of information on the new CBA, what it entails, how it works, how it affects the current players and everything. So literally, as soon as the CBA went down, you start seeing players just fly through free agency, going crazy. It was just signing after signing, move after move, deal after deal. So our biggest deal this season was to get Arik Armstead signed or let him walk. And by all accounts, I was thinking possibly they was just going to let him walk, man, because when you have that many superstars, you literally have 4 starters who are all first rounders on your defensive line. You've paid 1 out of those 4 people because Bosa's on a rookie deal. DeForest Buckner was on his rookie deal. They were set to pick up his 5th-year option. Arik Armstead was playing on his 5th-year option. So there's a variety of different things that were going on. So you got to think about it. The only person who was getting paid was Dee Ford, and he ain't even barely on the damn field. So with that being said, now you go from paying just Dee Ford to having to start to pay everybody, because hypothetically speaking, you say, okay, I'm going to pay Arik Armstead. Okay. But, next year you got to pay DeForest Buckner, right? Oh, by the way, you got to pay George Kittle. You wind up in a really tight spot. I know I threw Kittle in there. He's an offensive guy and he's a tight end. But either way, it's still a situation where you got to pay this dude. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and break this down. We paid Arik. We paid Arik big. We gave him a 5-year deal worth $85 million. And then, I kid you not, right after I report that Arik Armstead has been signed, we gave him his money. Boom. Bombshell. Drops and goes crazy over the Niner empire. The faithful were hit with one of the craziest things and something out of the blue that none of us were thinking about. DeForest Buckner was traded to the Indianapolis Colts for the 13th pick in this year's draft. I looked at that and said, what the fuck is going on? So what happens? Buckner gets traded. We give him up because come to find out, he was saying, oh, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. Here it is. He wanted Aaron Donald money to be able to stay on that line. But the difference between him and Donald is Aaron Donald play anywhere on that defensive line. DeForest Buckner plays defensive tackle. That is it. Arik Armstead, defensive tackle, comes out as big end here and there, so he has versatility. And Arik Armstead was willing to take a hometown discount. Armstead said himself when he was cleaning out his locker, hey man, tag me, I want to be here. I don't want to go anywhere. He's from Sacramento. He does a lot of work in the community. So what did we do? We said, nah, man, we ain't going to put no tag on you. We didn't tag anyone. We said, man, we just going to pay you. 5 years, $85 million. And the dude was so good about his bread. And Parag Marate, shout out to him, man. That dude works magics with these contracts. Oh, my God. Arik Armstead contract worked like this. Do you know his cap? You would guess his cap hit would be big. 5 years, $85 million. His cap hit this year is $6 million. Next year, his cap hit is going to be $12.5 million. It isn't until year 3 and 4 where he gets even over 20 mil. His last year of his deal in 2025 is $18.5 million. And we can void that and get out of that free and clear because he only got $45.8 million guaranteed. So if you think about it, over the first 3 years of this contract, we've given him all his guaranteed money almost. So by year 4, if we don't like it, hey, take the rest of your guaranteed money. See, we're done. You know what I mean? So then the next domino to fall was, were we going to go ahead and sign Jimmy Ward? Everybody was going crazy. We were like, man, we don't know what we're going to do. Is Jimmy Ward going to be here with us? Is he going to leave? Philadelphia Eagles were hot on his trail because they liked him. All these things going on. Nope. Jimmy Ward, 3 years, $28.5 million. $17 million guaranteed. $13.5 million fully guaranteed at signing with an $8 million signing bonus. This is how Jimmy Ward's contract literally breaks down. $4.5 million in 2020, $11.6 million in 2021, and $12.1 million in 2022. So his contract pretty much balloons each year. But I'm 100% sure that Parag has put in some performance-based incentives, and at the same time, he was probably telling, there's something in there that says, hey, man, if you ain't healthy, we ain't going to pay you all this goddamn money. So you got to think about that, man. It was a beautiful thing. So we signed Eric, we signed Jimmy, and then we start tendering everybody under the sun. We tender Jeff Wilson Jr., we tender Matt Breida, we tender KB, we tender Sean, Coleman, Daniel Brunskill, all these dudes. We re-signed Ben Garland. Then we signed Sean Coleman to a 1-year deal. We go out, we get this dude, Tom Compton. He gets a 1-year deal. You know what I mean? We've just been hella active in free agency, but just for our own house. Tom Compton is literally our own outside signing that, we've done pretty much in free agency period. And Lynch hasn't been very big in free agency since he's been here. We haven't really had like a bunch of signings to do much of anything. One thing I am I'm not happy about, but I'm glad it was done at a bare minimum. McKinnon restructures his deal. So the details of his deal is we cut off the last year of his contract, which is next year, and we gave him the veteran minimum. We basically told him, you want to be here? You don't even play. We already gave you $16 million to do not a goddamn thing. And you're sitting here and you're not even doing nothing? Fuck that. Take the veteran minimum or get the hell out. We'll go ahead, cut you, give you the rest of your money, and get you on, man. I would have preferred they cut him because I would have thought it would have made way more sense to do so. But no. Not with Kyle. He's too nice and too forgiving. He's got to see Jerick in his system. I really don't think that Jerick McKinnon is going to be healthy and he's going to do a goddamn thing but suck up fucking cap space that we could have freed up to do other things. The other big person that we were supposed to keep on the squad would have been Emmanuel Sanders. Now, Sanders, from what I hear, per Josina Anderson, is going to the New Orleans Saints on a two-year, $16 million deal. We could have gave that man $8 million to stay. We could have found the money to be able to keep him, but more power to him. Hope he has a good time in New Orleans, and they'll be pushing to go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Michael Thomas ain't no joke. And then if you put Michael Thomas there with Eman Sanders, hey man, Michael Thomas, Eman Sanders, Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, that's a formidable bunch of people right there. And then you got the tight ends, man. They doing their thing. That's New Orleans finna have some shit. The other big thing this offseason was, were we going to sign Tom Brady? We never were going to sign Tom Brady. And what happens? We didn't sign Tom Brady. So what happens now? Tom Brady goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Godwin and Mike Evans. And I think they got a good little tight end over there too. So, all they really need is a running back and they'll be straight. But I think they're comfortable with the backs they got. Bruce Arians is supposed to be this quarterback whisperer for older dudes. So I think he gets 30 mil, on his first year. I'm pretty sure it's probably a multi-year contract. They'll probably be drafting his heir apparent very soon. And Tom he won't be pulling that bullshit he pulled in New England where, he was trying to get Jimmy out of there. And what we find out is when the trade first went down, this is brand new news. They tried to give us Brady. Belichick. This is the thing, man. Belichick wanted to move on. He said, look, man, I got Jimmy right here. It's time to go ahead and switch. I don't want to deal with this old motherfucker. He gonna fuck shit up. Nope. I ain't got time for it. I'm not waiting on this proverbial cliff that Max Kellerman has been talking about for a while. I'm going to go ahead and get him on out of here. So what happens? Brady walks in, Mr. Kraft's office. Mr. Kraft, man, Bill, he tried to get rid of me, man. You can't let him do that to me. Fuck that. So what happens? Kraft calls Bill and Bill, you got to get rid of Jimmy. Okay? We can't have this. No. So Bill goes, okay. He tried to slick backdoor the shit out of that. And John Lynch said he blew his socks off almost. He was confused. He said, what the fuck? You were trying to give me who? 9 Super Bowls, 6 ring Tom Brady? What? Huh? And next thing you know, once Kraft got wind of that, he shut that shit down so fucking quick. And he said, if you don't give their ass Jimmy, we gonna have a problem. Now, you don't fire a coach like Bill Belichick because he's just been winning, man. This motherfucker had a stranglehold on the AFC East forever. Like, literally, you haven't seen another winner of the AFC East in God knows how long, man. I think the last time there was a contender in the AFC East really was when Mark Sanchez was playing and they went to those 2 AFC championship games back to back. That literally was it. I don't know another time where the AFC East has had a real contender. Last year, the Buffalo Bills did their thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Josh Allen. But you really have that. So Brady's in Tampa Bay. Phillip Rivers is now in Indianapolis with our boy Defoe. By the way, Defoe did get paid, man. They gave that man $21 million per year. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. But, hey, man, shout out to Defoe. Shout out to his family, man. We appreciate him for what he did for us for all those years. And, you know what I'm saying, we still love him. He's still a Niner in our heart. And we ain't got no hatred towards him for none of that, man. We know it's a business at the end of the day. You got to get your money. So, Defoe got his bread, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just fantastic. So, now, you know what I'm saying, Ronald Blair re-signs on a 1-year deal once again. We had a second-round tender on KB and on Matt Breida. You know what I'm saying? It's just a beautiful thing, bro. And when it comes down to it, we are doing everything that we can to continue to stay as active as we need to be. You know what I mean? I'm just going through my notes here, making sure I didn't hit y'all with everything. So basically some of the guys that the only guy I'm worried about that has not been signed and has not been tendered is Nick Mullins. And nobody's come after him, so that's a good thing. But I want Nick Mullins on the squad. I'd rather cut CJ Beathard and keep Nick Mullins because he's going to be a better backup. If Jimmy goes down, I have more faith in Mullins carrying the squad the way it's currently constructed than Beathard getting out there just throwing that random ass interception or fucking something up. I just don't have faith in the dude. But as far as everything else, man, you know, we've been doing what we needed to do. We've been keeping things going, and it's just been a beautiful time. So I'm just tapping into those things right now, man. You know, for all of our running backs, for Matt Breida, Raheem Mostert, Tevin Coleman, and Jerick McKinnon, it's only $14.2 million. And those are 4 dudes who could start anywhere in the league. You know what I'm saying? So we'll most likely hold on to Jeff Wilson Jr., try to stash him on the practice squad or do something with him. You know, still, you know what I'm saying, no word on the backup QB. We know Beathard decided to this year. As I just stated, I do want Nick Mullins. Levine Toilolo, we let him go. He went on and signed with the Giants just as we went ahead and traded them Caden Smith, our 5th-round pick from last year as a tight end. I know we're trying to get another tight end to be able to kind of take some of the pressure off of George Kittle so we don't have to play him as much. I'm not sure why they don't have as much faith in Ross Dwelly. He does a pretty good job, but I think maybe they're looking for somebody that has a similar skill set to George where they can block and catch. Not 100% sure why they're doing that. We let go of Mike Person. Cut him, man. Straight up cut him. And the reason that we cut Mike Person was because he wasn't cutting it. And that tells you they have more faith in Daniel Brunskill and that there's going to be a lot of competition in training camp when it comes down to, our offensive line and the guards and whatnot. We re-signed Ben Garland. You see Deshaun Coleman is signed on a 1-year deal. So you're going to see a lot of movement, a lot of flexibility when it comes to this new system and everything. And they're going to want to basically put as much pressure on everybody on that O-line to say, hey, if you ain't out there giving us your all, you can forget it. Now, we didn't tender Elijah Lee. We got Andrew Lauderdale. He's a tackle, and then Westbrook. But these are practice squad guys. Now, Anthony Zettel, he's definitely gone because we haven't even talked to him. Sheldon Day, I feel like we should let him go. We don't really need him. You know what I'm saying? Dante Johnson was just a body. Matthews just a body. Demontre Moore, we need to get him in there and get him signed. And we let go of Person. Jason Verrett, bye. Get the fuck out of here. We don't need you. And as I said earlier, Emmanuel Sanders is now with New Orleans. So we've been very active in free agency. Things have been going crazy, but we've been taking care of things in-house. We're trying to keep our current roster constructed as it is and keep it tight. The other thing that I would have to say is, as far as in the end of the division, we don't see really much else going on. The only team making moves that are positive is the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to tell you right now, the Seahawks and the Rams are going to take a step back. I do believe we will be crowned division champion of the NFC West next year. But I'm going to tell you right now, the second place is going to be between probably the Seahawks and the Cardinals. The reason being is the Cardinals pulled off the trade of the fucking century. They traded David Johnson, who has not been the same since that 1 year that he had. And that ridiculous contract that they gave him that they couldn't get off of the hand. Bill O'Brien's got to be one of the dumbest coaches / GMs I've ever seen in my life. He traded DeAndre Hopkins. D-Hop. I'm talking top 2, top 3 receiver in the league. DeAndre Hopkins. If you ain't ever seen DeAndre Hopkins, you don't know who this dude is, YouTube this cat. Okay? This motherfucker makes catches that you just couldn't even try in your sleep. You couldn't try this shit in a video game. This motherfucker is ridiculous. He's one of the best receivers. I feel like he's probably top notch. He traded DeAndre Hopkins to the fucking Cardinals for David Johnson and a 2nd round pick. And I think like a 4th rounder or something like that. You gave him up for peanuts because you didn't want to pay him. So you ship out Jadeveon Clowney. You ship out DeAndre Hopkins. What are you like? This dude is an idiot. I'm so sorry. But, the thing that pissed me off about this, we have to deal with him now. I don't want to deal with DeAndre Hopkins in my goddamn division. For what? I don't need the Cardinals getting better. You got to think about that. DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, Kyler Murray, and they went ahead and gave Kenyon Drake some money. So he, they basically exclusive right free agent him so he can't go nowhere. They're going to probably try to sign him to a long-term deal. Are you serious right now? I don't need the Cardinals being any more of a contender than what they were last year. Now, we beat them both times last year, but they gave us a run for our money. And they do that to us every time. We always have an issue with them where we can't just go in there and whoop their ass. They keep fighting. You add DeAndre Hopkins to the mix? Come on, man. Like, who we got to guard him? Because I can tell you right now, I love Uncle Sherm, man, but Sherm ain't never been no dude to keep up with no fast guys. He's never been lightning quick. Sherm has been a technique dude, and technique has been making him win his whole career. But he ain't about to keep up with D-Hop. Emmanuel Mosley ain't about to keep up with DeAndre Hopkins. That zone scheme is not going to work against a dude like him. He will eat that shit alive. Because DeAndre Hopkins has speed and he can run routes. This is a polished receiver and he's a physical dude. So you ain't going to just go out there and punk him. So that's another thing. Arizona's been making moves, man. They've been making real moves to make themselves better. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they're going to try to shore up that offensive line and make sure they protect Kyler Murray. It's going to be a battle, man. It's going to be a real big battle. Seattle has done much of nothing to the Rams. The Rams have been a laughing stock of the NFC West. Yo, if y'all ain't seen what the Rams have been doing, y'all just ain't been paying attention. Okay, so you mortgage your future on Jalen Ramsey. You don't really have any money to pay this dude. You pay Brandon Cooks a ridiculous sum of money. Now you trying to get this motherfucker out of there. He's still there though. You paid Aaron Donald money, but he deserves every penny of it because he's a game wrecker. This motherfucker can play anywhere on the line, and when you play Aaron Donald, you're worried. Keeps up offensive coordinators up at night. Very, very much so. Corey Littleton, gone. Clay Matthews Jr., gone. And Clay had a damn good year, people. People slept on him. And a lot of times it was these bullshit-ass penalties, from this, oh, you can't touch the quarterback. Oh, don't do that. Oh, you breathed on the quarterback 15 yards. Clay had a really good year last year. He showed he still got it. And he actually wasn't bad. But Clay Matthews Jr., gone. They got rid of Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley is now in Atlanta on a one-year deal. So there's no Todd Gurley, no Clay Matthews. I believe Vic Beasley is gone. You have Corey Littleton gone. Now you're trying to shop Brandon Cooks because you're trying to get his money off the books because you got to pay Jalen Ramsey because you wouldn't want to mortgage your future. If they gave up 2 first-round picks for Jalen Ramsey and didn't have the money to pay this motherfucker at the end of the day and wound up letting his ass walk, the Rams will look stupid as fuck right now. They look dumb as shit because they already look stupid to the motherfucker as it is. Just from all the off-season shit that's been going on. So this is why I'm saying they're going to take a step backward. All the way back. So you're going to move it to a new stadium and just look like a new bunch of dumbasses. And y'all paid Jared Goff all that fucking money. Really? You paid Jared Goff all that money. And this motherfucker took you to a Super Bowl and gave your ass 3 points. I'm just saying, man. Shit should be... It be like that sometimes, man. You know, while we over here as a 49ers, as an organization, got the wizard Parag Marate working his magic on any and every contract he touches. I mean, we got so many outs in these clauses, it's fucking ridiculous. But we're over here doing things to keep the squad together, keep the squad alive, and do the things that we need to do properly to be able to go back to the Super Bowl. The Rams mortgaged their future and fucked up their whole franchise by overpaying, on receivers that they didn't need to. So, as you can see, we've been working and we've been doing things in the right direction. Ben Garland signed, Ronald Blair III is back on a 1-year deal. We're hoping we can get him back in time to be able to start training camp, coming back from that ACL injury. We hope he can stay fully healthy because he can help us to fill that void left by us getting, rid of Defoe and trading him over to the Indianapolis Colts. So now we hold the 13th and the 31st pick. I do believe when it comes to the NFL draft, we will pick at number 13 and trade number 31 so we can pick up a couple more picks. So we're probably going to look for at least a second and a third rounder in this year's draft for that number 30 for 31 pick, or at a bare minimum at least a third and a fourth rounder and a fifth rounder. Like there's gonna be at least, you have to give us at least 2 picks for that number 31 pick if you want to come up and go grab somebody, whatever the team is, whoever we go ahead and work with. And we'll probably make that well known, now that the combine and everything is over. We're gonna make it well known. 31st pick is out there. If you want it, go ahead, give us your best offer. That way when draft day comes, all we're doing is just going, hey, we're trading with this one to get that. I said we get the dude out of Clemson at number 13. Isaiah, I can't remember his last name, but this motherfucker is a hybrid linebacker / safety, and he's just such a game wrecker. Like, you don't pass up on a talent like that. I feel like at receiver, I know we lost E-Man, so now our receiving crop is literally basically Jalen Hurd, Trent Taylor, Deebo Samuel, KB, Richie James Jr., and Dante Pettis. That's literally our receiving core. Now, if we do go receiver there, great. Pushes Pettis back down on the fucking, chart. He'll be sitting there happy-go-lucky as he is, which is stupid as fuck to me. You should be wanting to get on the field and produce for us. But that's basically what's going to happen. We keep our DBs. We'll still have Akello. Looks like we're going to try to keep Eman Mosley as well by tendering him. We have Richard Sherman, you know what I'm saying? Still got K'Wan Williams, our nickelback. We have our tandem in the backfield as far as Tartan Ward, and then behind them we got Moore and Marshall Harris. So we're doing everything that we can to keep our squad together, keep our squad alive, and keep things rolling in the right direction. I would hope and pray that Jalen Hurd comes back healthy, because if he does, that provides us another viable receiver to be able to do the right things, to be able to make plays. Because you got to think about it. If we can get KB in there and our starters become Jalen Hurd, Deebo Samuel, and KB in the slot, are you serious right now? That'd be nasty, because you're not going to stop Jalen Hurd. He'll bully his way into the end zone. You're not going to stop Deebo Samuel. You see what he did. He wrecked everything under the sun. This dude was catching. He was, coming out the backfield. He almost threw the ball a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And KB is either a first down or a touchdown. That's just what he does. I don't even give a shit about the fact that he dropped a few balls. It's just when he catches them, they're for purpose. It's for a first down or a touchdown. He's money in the red zone. He had 5 TDs, tied with George Kittle for the most on the squad. So you got to think about it, man. Like, if we get those dudes healthy, that's great. But the two people that I am worried about are Trent Taylor and Jalen Hurd, because those are two main guys that we're looking to be there to be, security blankets for Jimmy outside of Deebo, outside of George Kittle, outside of KB. We need more people to be out there on the field producing for us. We can't count on Dante. As you can see, Dante and Akello got the same issues. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is that Akello, once he makes a mistake, you can kiss his season goodbye. He's done. You know what I'm saying? But if he doesn't make a mistake and he just goes through the season, he seems to be, for some reason, his mental is fine. But then Dante, he too worried about playing with kittens and fucking rainbows and dyeing his hair blue and shit. And I love little kitties. All that shit, I don't know what's going on with him, man. He's soft. The motherfucker don't want to play no football. He scored that one touchdown, against the Bucks, and had a nerve to tweet out, I know the haters was mad at that. And the next thing you know, we ain't see nothing from your ass all fucking season long. Except for, oh, my bad, you had a touchdown catch against the Cardinals in the end zone. You were wide the fuck open, which was too easy. It's like, come on, man. You got to do better. But that's basically what's been going on with us as a team. Our offseason, our division has not gotten necessarily much tougher, save for the Cardinals making those moves that they have made. We will have to make sure that we play them hard and play them as well as we possibly can. I'm not really scared too much of Seattle. They ain't really been active or doing much of nothing to try to improve their squad. But the only big hole we got to really fill is figuring out how to fill the void left by DeForest Buckner being in Indianapolis. And then once we find a way to fill that void, we'll be good, people. I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal. It is a lot because DeForest meant a lot. That's 8-9 sacks gone. That was 12 sacks the year before. You know what I'm saying? So, the dude just, he did his thing. So, that's a hard sell. And those were our two tall trees in the middle. Both of them 6'7". Wingspan's ridiculous. And DeForest, big Samoan boy. That's all they breed. Them Samoans be huge. I know, because I went to school with a couple of them, man. My boy Carlos Flores was our quarterback. That motherfucker was Cam Newton before Cam Newton existed. You know why? The only difference with him was he wasn't as mobile as Cam, but he was as big as Cam. I watched Carlos get tackled and still throw a perfect spiral for a touchdown. That's my dog. But at the end of the day, Niner game, we've been doing what we've been doing. We've been making moves. We've been doing the things to keep the squad together. Everybody seems to be on the right page. We've been making sure that we haven't overpaid or done anything crazy. and we're not handicapping ourselves with the contracts that we are giving out. So this is a beautiful thing. So at the end of the day, we're going to be right for it. I know this video was a little bit long, but we had so much going on, and I had to touch on some of the the stupid shit going on over in LA with the Revs, and then, the unfortunate craziness with the damn Cardinals and them getting D-Hop and, getting rid of that contract with David Johnson. Like, it's smart, man. It's real smart. So, they'll have literally Christian Kirk, DeAndre Hopkins, and Larry Fitzgerald. And I think Larry signed another 1-year deal. They'll put Larry in the slot, and he comfortable doing that. And they'll just pass on the reins to old D-Hop and Christian Kirk and try to keep moving with that. But at the end of the day, the Niners are still the best in the division. We're still the best in the NFC and the best in the league. Yes, we lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. They were the Super Bowl champions. But keyword there is worse. So that's past tense. That shit is over with. They parade, everything already gone, man. It's all done. Once the season comes and start new, ain't nobody the champ. You the previous champ. You're trying to be a defending champ. But at the end of the day, if we see them in the Super Bowl again, it's not going to be a repeat of this year. It's going to be a brand new situation. We're going to get all up in that ass. Patrick Mahomes ain't going to know what hit him. Y'all stay 49er faithful. Stay blessed. Y'all have a good evening. I'm out. I'll be back, with some more videos as more things happen. Definitely dropping little small videos here and there to have things that go on. But biggest situations that we had, I've already touched on. Y'all have a good night. Stay blessed. Stay safe out there.